Can you get out of this house? How about not being a shut-in and working? Okay, I'll do exactly as you all want.
Huh? These are all bills.
Huh? No way.
Trouble busters!
Sis. Hey, Helen. How long are you going to be here for, huh? Huh?
Helen, you need to hurry up and become your own independent person instead of relying on this family already.
But this is literally my house. You're already 30 and you're not even independent yet. My name is Helen. Normally, I'm a designer and I work from my parents' home. After my parents passed away, I inherited their 4-bedroom apartment, and my sister and her husband must be really upset that I inherited it. I was shocked by what happened. Sis, if you're going to live with me, then you could have just told me sooner. I'm not going to live with you. What are you talking about? We're going to live here starting today. Wait, hang on. What is going on? How did you reach that conclusion? Think about it. You're already 30 years old. You should already leave your parents' house and go live on your own, right? But I don't have anywhere else to go. My parents left this house to me, so you keep acting all spoiled like that, so you're not able to find a real job. Huh? But I work hard at home, and can you get out of this house already? How about not being a shut-in and working already, huh? Okay, sure. I'm going to do exactly what you guys want me to do. But don't come crying to me when you both regret it. Why would we regret it? Don't forget anything on your way out. I wasn't able to fight against them at all, but there was one thing that I didn't want to leave at my parents' house that I didn't want to get into the hands of my sister and her husband. There's one thing that I forgot. You're talking about Mom's diamond ring, right? That looks better on me than you. Then you can have it. I said that the thing that I forgot was an album from when we were young, and my sister and her husband started cackling at me. That's what you want? It would help us out because we're trying to clean up anyway. Take it all. You don't need it anymore, huh? I continued to grow sadder and sadder, realizing that my sister really didn't care at all about my family. Afterwards, I found a small place to rent nearby my parents' house and started living there. Life was starting to calm down when my sister and her husband called me out. You know how you were Mom and Dad's little blood-sucking parasite? You should really just let me have the house since, I was the first one to get out of the house. You've basically already got the house.
We need you to actually sign the documents over to our name.
This house is worth a lot of money, isn't it? What do you think this house is? Why are you getting so emotional? Dad and Mom left us this house. I know, it's a house for me because I was the one that didn't cause so much headache for them. How could you say that? I know exactly what you two are after. You're trying to sell the house, aren't you?
Miss Helen, please. We want to take good care of the house. That's it.
We can make it so that you can't come in at all. You should agree it's for the best.
We've already changed the lock.
Huh? This house was the one place that I could feel the strength and warmth of family. That's why both my parents wanted to leave this house for me no matter what. But they're sitting here berating and insulting them left and right. I cannot forgive them for that. I called my childhood friend and lawyer, Sean.
So, does your sister not know about that?
Yeah, she just kind of pops in from time to time when it's benefiting to her.
Then she could have found out if she had just made the effort.
I don't think that Sis is even imagining this to be true.
Well then, I have a really great plan for us.
I decided to listen to his plan and really wasn't sure what to do. I realized that if I didn't do anything, I won't be able to protect my important house from now on. Okay then, I'm in.
Then it's decided.
We're never going to forgive them. Trouble buster! I kept getting contacted from my sister and her husband to hand over the rights to the house. I told them that I needed to talk to a lawyer for all the rights to be split and to change the title and whatnot, so I introduced them to Mr. Sean.
Alright, can you just sign here, Helen?
Sure. Alright, this house is mine now. Now we can do what we want. She really had no idea what any of this meant and what was to come. What the hell is this?
This must be some kind of mistake.
If you don't pay, there may be legal proceedings?
Do you know anything about this?
Not at all.
No way. These are all bills.
Huh? No way. There was a lot of mortgage left on the house. There were other various debts that needed to be paid, but they finally figured it out now. At this point, it was already 3 months after I had given the house to them.
You knew about this, didn't you?
What are you talking about?
Don't act like you don't know what I'm saying. You definitely knew what we were getting into.
You guys just didn't try to understand and figure out what was going on.
You need to pay this crap. You were being taken care of by our parents.
No, I don't even live there anymore. I have no obligation to pay any of that.
But you were able to be unemployed for so long because of this house, right?
You guys are definitely misunderstanding something.
Miss Helen has been working for a long time.
That's impossible. I know that you were a blood-sucking parasite to our parents.
Huh? You realize that I was the one paying for rent here, right?
Huh? There's no way that you were actually putting money towards the house. You're kidding me, right?
I'm not kidding. I'm serious.
What were you doing for work then?
You remember how I was always pretty good at drawing from a young age?
Yeah, you used to always draw all over the place. You're not actually telling me that you were good at that. That's hilarious.
Helen actually won a lot of contests, though.
Right?
I don't know about that.
Yeah, you only ever cared about yourself.
So, you're telling me your little chicken scratch turned into your job? Yeah, hard to believe that.
Helen is actually an incredible, famous designer.
Incredibly famous? Yeah, you're full of crap.
I'm serious. I've been making designs all day at home.
That's just your hobby. I've never heard of a Helen, the designer.
You've never heard of Trojudem? It's the name that she runs and operates under. Trojudem? Wait, you mean the company that designed the logo for my company too?
No way, that's not possible.
I mean, I normally don't really take on that sort of job, but it was your husband, you know? And he worked there, so I accepted.
Helen worked at Trojudem?
I don't believe it.
Yeah, you always thought that I had no job and I was just a shut-in, but I was able to really stay focused on my work when I was in this house, so...
Then why didn't you just say that? I would be proud and bragging about it to everyone.
Yeah, you really think this quiet worker Helen is going to be bragging about things? Normally people who work hard don't brag about it.
You know, you're pretty slow to catch on sometimes, sis.
Well, you've got to tell me or I'm not gonna know.
If only you cared about family more, then maybe you would have known. Even about Mom.
What?
You know that Mom needed help, right?
Then you never came back home at all. I didn't have any time. What was I supposed to do?
You were pretty busy too, right, Helen?
I mean, I always cared for my family first, even when I was super busy.
But it was impossible. I can't take care of Mom like that.
You knew that Helen was trying her best to take care of Mom, right?
I figured that Helen was more free than me.
And Miss Helen lived at home, which meant you were pushing the whole responsibility thing over the house onto her, right?
You have no idea how much it felt like if you just helped me, things would have been easier.
I have no obligation or reason to help you.
It probably didn't cost a lot of money for you to live here either. I thought that your parents took care of you. You really think that it didn't cost Helen much rent?
I mean, she was just living here, so it shouldn't have costed that much money.
And just how much do you think that Helen has put into this house?
I'm sure it's not much.
You know, our family is not as rich as you might think. I paid for all of the bills and fees that come with the house.
Dad made good money too, though, right?
That was a long time ago. He retired and was living on his pension.
He had savings, though.
That disappeared a long time ago.
Why? You used it all, didn't you?
Yeah, if you think about it, you really should be the one that's paying for all of these bills.
What exactly did he use all of that savings for anyway?
You must have wanted to really play around a lot, huh, Helen?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say the same thing about you two.
Huh? What are you talking about?
We lived very frugal lives. What are you talking about?
The savings were for you two.
That's not possible. We never had any help from my parents.
Can you really say that with confidence?
I can. I'm not like you. I left the house early on.
Yeah, how dare you insult us like that?
Mom was really worried about you, you know?
Stop lying like that.
Sis, you talk to Mom from time to time, right?
That's right. I was worried about Mom.
See? What a wonderful daughter.
Let's just cut it out with all the lies.
You're the liar, Helen.
Every time you called, you basically called to ask for money, right?
That's not true.
Miss Helen, you must be mistaking something.
You said that you were in an accident and you needed $10K. That was a total lie, right?
I wouldn't call like that. That's a scam.
Mom must have been tricked or something.
It's on record, you know.
Huh?
You're saying you have proof, right?
Yeah, I've been carrying it around as a memorabilia of hers.
What are you carrying around?
Mom's phone. I have all of the interactions between you and Mom.
I was really struggling at the time.
It wasn't just one time.
Mary, what is going on? What is she talking about?
That was the only time I emailed her.
Then why does Miss Helen know about it?
Stop yelling at me.
You screwed up, Mary!
Don't blame it on me.
You seem to be fumbling around, but both of you were tricking Miss Helen's mother, right? If I'm understanding this correctly.
That's what that means.
I told her not to tell anyone. Helen, how the hell do you know?
Because I was also the one that was giving you your money.
Huh?
Mom was really struggling and not sure what to do.
But I never would have expected you to know about it.
You were clearly lying, but she took it seriously. She said she wanted to save you, but she couldn't, so she wasn't sure what to do.
Apparently you guys were actually the blood-sucking parasites. How about you apologize to Miss Helen?
No, I want you to apologize to us for embarrassing us like that.
That's right. Miss Helen should have been upfront with us to begin with.
You were the one that didn't believe me even when I told you the truth.
You guys just wanted to make yourself look better by making Miss Helen look like she was just an unemployed shut-in, right?
What the hell? You can't say that things were actually different this late and pretend everything is fine. That's betrayal.
And I didn't know that there was debt on this house.
I can't just sit here and take on all this debt that I never knew even existed.
Yet Dad and Mom were always worried about us. You know that, right?
If they were so worried, why didn't they just tell me?
What would you have done if you'd known?
Then we should have helped them out for sure.
Yeah, we're family after all.
Well then, I've been spending all my money to take care of the house, so how about you spend your money now?
I can't. It's your fault for not telling us the truth to begin with, Helen.
I knew it. You're trying to make Helen take on all the debt on her own, right?
I cared about my parents and I just wanted to protect them.
Then how about you pay for it, huh?
While I was living here, I was going to pay off the rest of the loan.
You've been living here this whole time, so you should keep paying for things.
I don't live here anymore and I have no intentions of paying for it again.
Then how about you live here again?
Yeah, this is your parents' house after all. Just come back home.
You really are a selfish bunch. The second you realized that you needed to pay for the home that you lived in, you suddenly change what you think. I'm not going to come back to this house or pay anything.
Anyway, you guys could have reached out to your parents at any given moment, right?
Yes, but I never heard anything about any mortgage to the house.
That's not true. Mom definitely told you about it all the time.
You can't push that crap onto us.
You know, I heard you always calling her and asking her for money, and Mom always told you that she didn't have any money to spare.
Because how am I supposed to believe her at all?
They always deposited money, too. You guys really are incapable of imagining anything that's not in your favor.
I want you all to really feel guilty for what you've done, how you've ignored all of her warnings and everything.
I didn't know to begin with. It's insane to ask me to pay for it all now.
Yeah, you're the ones that are being unreasonable.
It's not that you didn't know. It's that you could have known, but you chose not to find out, right?
So what? Is it that wrong for me to not stick my head in business that I didn't want to stick my head into?
You know, Mom was struggling and trying to ask for understanding, but you just didn't listen to a thing she had to say.
If you guys felt any regret towards your action that you took towards your family, maybe she'd feel different too.
But Helen has to pay. She has an obligation to do that.
She has no obligation at all to do that anymore. Why? She's family.
Because I already filled out the paperwork to abandon the inheritance.
Abandon the inheritance, as in the house, right?
The debt and the house are two different subjects. Inheritance and debt are both carried over in a set. It's all carried over together.
What the hell? So she just left the debt to us?
I wanted to protect the house, so I really wasn't sure what to do, but...
You're a cheater!
How about you abandon this wealth too?
Yeah, I'm going to abandon it so that I don't have to own it anymore.
You can't, sis. Not anymore.
How can I not do what you've already done? That's not fair.
Because you can only abandon inheritance 3 months after the passing.
It's been over 3 months. I had already filled out the paperwork early on.
What the hell?
Yeah, what's going on? We didn't know about the debt to begin with.
What can we do? Hey, answer us!
You two already contacted your parents while they were alive, and you were in a situation where you could have found out about the mortgage, right?
Sure, but it's true that we didn't know about it either.
Sis, it's already too late.
The house has already been changed to your name, so it's pretty tough for you to abandon it at this point.
Tough to... I can't accept that.
You said that you wanted the rights to the house that much. You were the one that was counting and relying on our parents, so now it's time for you to take responsibility and pay off the debt.
You're my real sister. You can't do that.
I didn't realize that you could be so cold, Miss Helen. You guys were doing pretty horrible things to Helen, too. I think you had it coming for you.
But you're my sibling, so you should definitely help me out when I need it.
Yeah, we would help you if you were struggling.
You really think that I'm supposed to believe any of that?
You're family, so you should trust us.
Yeah, let's keep helping each other out.
I don't have any recollection of you helping me out, and I have no obligation to help either of you out.
Are you abandoning us?
You really don't care what happens to your important family members, Miss Helen?
If you don't save us, you can't protect the house either.
It's full of childhood memories, right?
Yeah, there are carvings in the wall that recorded our height. How nostalgic, huh?
If you guys live here, are you going to protect the house?
Of course.
It's better than the house going to the hands of some random person, right?
How can you talk in lies like that?
I'm being honest.
Then what the hell is that?
It's nothing.
It's not nothing. You were trying to sell the house, right?
That's not what it seems.
You guys had no intention of protecting this house at all, right?
So what? It's my house. I can do what I want with it.
Yeah, that's what you really think, right, sis?
Yeah, I thought it was going to be a good amount of money, but I'm so disappointed.
I can't believe that this house is the reason our family relations have to fall apart.
What the hell? Someone's coming inside?
Who is it? We need you to pay the money that you loaned from us, capiche?
That money is going to be taken care of by my younger sister. I won't pay that.
We have nothing to do with any of it. You really think we're stupid, huh? We've already confirmed everything on the papers.
No, but my sister is saying she'll pay for it now.
I never said such a thing. You can't run away from your responsibilities.
Helen, save me!
Please!
You guys stop being blood-sucking parasites.
I'm sorry about everything. I'm sorry.
We're really sorry. Please pay for us.
I'm independent now, so I don't know about the rest of the world. The two weren't able to get away from the loan sharks. They had to take on the responsibility to pay for all kinds of debt. However, they had taken on a huge amount of debt to pay off the expensive apartment that they now lived in. The house ended up getting sold. Now they both live quietly in a cheap apartment somewhere. It's been a year since all of that, huh? I'm so glad that I can make more memories with you in this house. I bought the house that my sister sold. I was able to marry Sean as a result of this whole fight and argument, too. My sister and her husband moved away, but they couldn't forget the taste of being well off, and now they have more debt. They don't know how to pay it off either, so the loan sharks are all over them every day. I currently live with Sean and plan to have a brand new family with him in this house. Sean really saved me, so I was able to get this house back. I wanted to protect what was important to me.
Troublebuster!